Welcome to 1002. Nice to see everybody tonight, and we're starting the show on time. Mark Tang will be here in just a second to give you his typical sign-in, but he's very busy doing other things for other people. Makai and I have mended fences, though.
Yep.
How are you?
I'm very well.
It's good to see you tonight.
Good to see you as well.
You blew off a little steam. I got some emails about your steam.
I had a bit of a release last night, but yeah.
This is getting kinky.
That's as diplomatic as I can say. No, I just, had one of those nights.
But we're better now. Tonight's show was fantastic.
Onward and upward.
Lots of great stuff to talk about tonight. The phone
Funny
calls
how that works out. I have some nights you just feel like you're drowning in material, and other nights you feel like it's a drought.
Well, look who came late to the dance party.
Famine or feast.
Yeah. It is really famine or feast.
Yeah.
But tonight was great. Lots of good stuff.
Yeah.
Are you as frugal as I am?
No, not at all. I should be more frugal. And you know what? I have to say, I really agree with you on this topic, at least in regards to your own personal habits. You are not cheap. In fact,
you're not cheap.
I don't find you cheap at all. I mean, I think people who are cheap are the types of people who you go to a bar with them and they will always gladly accept a drink bought for them. Never the types of people then to offer up to go and buy a drink. That's usually my gauge, depending on how cheap people are, is the way they behave at bars.
Order water and eat the free peanuts. I used to do that.
Yeah.
I used to do that. I'm not so bad anymore.
But no, I don't. So you're not cheap at all. In fact, I even find it funny that you're frugal. That must be just a sort of idiosyncrasy, the fact that you really...
Well, yeah, because I think that if I buy a product, if I buy shampoo, then I want to use all the shampoo I paid for.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and if you can mix a little water in with it, it still works. If you're a guy getting,
that's where I would
get a nice lather. You can
You
get a
don't
nice
put water
lather going for a long
at the end
time.
when you have the little bit. You got to put water, otherwise it doesn't come out of the bottle. You end up with wasted little.
I did that when I was a university student. Now that I'm a talk radio producer, I can afford my own shampoo.
Yeah, you still live basically in a frat house.
That is true.
Yeah. How's that going, by the way? The listeners want to know.
It's fine. Today I started to do laundry and timed it out poorly, so now I'm not wearing any underwear.
I forgot to mention you're going Commando today.
Oh, man,
How's that feel?
I'm wearing shorts, so it's actually quite nice.
So you must get a little breeze.
Oh.
Often thought about doing
The
that.
worst is
We'll
if
talk
you
about
have
that
to-
tomorrow.
Yeah. The other thing I want to ask really quickly, this was top of mind when Sarah and I were talking behind the scenes earlier. What do you call the device at home you use to change channels on the television? What do you call that?
A remote.
What do you call that?
I correct people on this all the time. I don't call it a converter. It's actually a remote control. Because a converter is actually what we used to have
old
back in
boxes.
the 80s,
Yep, I used to have
which
one.
was what I grew up on, which was this little thing that you could click in and actually convert
Right.
to the station.
And what do you call it? The
converter.
converter.
Yeah, you'd have no idea.
I call it the changer.
The changer.
No,
yeah.
Sarah probably had a converter too. I used to have one because it was a
Sarah's
box
like
that sat on
14
top
years
of.
old.
Well, thank you.
It's harsh.
Sorry.
Anyway,
What else
that
you
was
got?
Tomorrow we're
Cigarette guy. Let's get that cigarette.
we're
guy.
gonna try and track down the store owner in
Free cigarettes.
Kentville, Nova Scotia, who is
Smoking is bad.
giving the big finger to the government and not hiding the cigarettes that he sells in his store behind the mandatory plastic walls.
As much as I am anti-tobacco, and I can't stand smokers, and Sarah will attest to
Yes,
this because she's a
true.
smoker still, even
Unfortunately.
after my browbeating on a constant basis.
I'm trying to quit.
I think that if a guy's selling a product that we all know is behind the wall, it's an exercise in futility to have a wall put up. It's just stupid at some point, and that is stupid.
I agree on that. That and also this firefighter in Winnipeg who has been demoted because he was caught kissing someone who was not his wife on the property of the fire station.
Yikes.
And he's saying, yes, this is wrong, and I should deal with it with my partner, but it's not a professional issue, and I shouldn't be demoted for it. And I tend to agree with him.
Shouldn't bring that to work,
But he took it to an appeals court, human rights or
Don't
labor
spoil
court.
the punchline, and we'll
And
find out
we'll
the
find
rest
out what the
tomorrow.
rest of it tomorrow.
That's good. See, we've got some great stuff. What do you want to talk
On
about?
that commando issue, what if he had if he had gas? Isn't that a big problem? He could go commando.
Well, do you normally
You guys
drink
have to
your
be such
pants?
bottom. This is
I'm
why,
just saying.
This is why Makai and I judge the content of this program. We will try and clean it up for you tomorrow night. Again, on another 10:02. Thanks for stopping by.